Hello, it's me, Ethan, and I've never watched anime in my entire adult life. That being said, I've been more than on the record for being an enjoyer of expensive pieces of plastic. As such, the world of anime figurines is one that perplexes me, but I respect. Because of this, I feel entirely justified giving my definitive opinion on what the best anime figurines are out there on the market today. What qualifications do I hold to give me the authority to give such a definitive ranking? Absolutely none, but this is the internet, and everyone has opinions, including me. So with that in mind, I welcome you to my latest online video, ranking anime figurines I've never seen before. We need to get better at titles on this platform, it can't all just be clickbait. Special thanks to Hobby Bee Canada, not for sponsoring this video in any way, but for just being a website that I can get pictures of anime figures on. All of the figures I'm going to talk about are available for sale there. I don't know if they're good prices or if there's good service involved, but Hobby Bee, it's a website.
Hatsune Miku, Blue Archiver.
See, the thing that I find crazy about Hatsune Miku is that she is just a computer program with merchandise. Vocaloid is just a program that you can download, but the company that made them had the wherewithal to give them cute anime mascots, and that was a decision I would classify as financially prudent. I feel like the figurines of Hatsune Miku are just like the quintessential anime figures, you know? Like, if you're in the market for a Miku figure, like, you know what you're gonna get. Big blue eyes, like teal twin tails. It's like ordering a pasta dish at an Italian restaurant. Like, you know what you're gonna get, and you're happy with that. Is that a gun? Does she kill people now? Man, Fortnite changed her. She used to be so peaceful. I'm calling it Solid B.
S-Fire Jujutsu Kaisen Satoru Gojo.
I feel like I almost like this figure. Almost. It's got the cool demon lightning or like whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. But I feel like his pose isn't matching up to the raw power that they're trying to simulate here. Like man's trying to figure out whether the rash in his hand is from an ant or a bug bite. I guess they're both bugs, but like, shut up. What the fuck is this guy even wearing? Is that a Kathmandu windbreaker and skinny jeans? It looks like he's wearing whatever Seto Kaiba wears underneath his outfit. Yes, I've seen Yu-Gi-Oh! I was 11 in the 90s. Putting this one in C. You're just not doing it for me.
Sakuya Kazuka Quarter Scale Figure.
Well, there's the clickbait thumbnail sorted. I'm not gonna make too many tasteless jokes here. Like, I'm open, I'm accepting, like, let your freak flag fly, whatever. The thing I wanna know is, where do you put this in your house? Like, look, if you're buying this, I'm gonna assume you have other figurines of this caliber, let's say. So you probably have one of those glass cases where you show off your collection, which, like, I'm not one to talk. I can't even afford glass. But, like, if you don't already have a full collection, where are you putting this? Does it sit in your kitchen bench? A centerpiece on the dining table? Do you put it on top of the piano that came with the house that you never use? Where do you put it? Where does she live? Like, do you put her on display proudly for all the guests of your home to see, or do you hide it secretly in the back of your wardrobe? Like, where does she go? Where does she live? Are those belts? What is that? Like, how do those mechanics work? Also, this is a thing that I've just noticed that I probably should have been paying attention to up until now. This is $480. How big is this fucking thing? It says it's 1/4 scale. That means nothing to me. Okay, but let's peel out, let's think about this impartially. It is pretty well made. And because of that, I'm gonna list her as a B tier. I don't like the fact that I put her next to Miku. That doesn't feel quite right. I'll shove something between them.
League of Legends KDA Evelyn.
Here's a fun little fact about me. I had a League of Legends phase in my tormented youth. Silver 4 represent, baby. As a result of this, I'm always morbidly fascinated anytime I see, like, modern LoL content. I would not be able to clock in a million years that this was an official piece of League of Legends merchandise. Even less so that it was Evelyn. I remember her as a weird blue smurf who was skulking in the shadows so hard that you could barely see what her splash art looked like. Well, at the very least, she figured out what the fuck to do with her hair. But you know what? Sometimes weird little gremlins get to go through that glow-up phase, you know? It happens to the best of us. 274mm, how big is that? Could be bigger. I can't leave that in. Putting this one in A tier. I like it.
Like a Dragon Digstar Goro Majima Battle Style.
Alright, now that's what I'm talking about, baby! You see this right here? That's a fucking man. This man is cut. Jesus Christ. Look, I am always of the mind that, like, visible six-pack abdominal abs is, like, an unrealistic standard. You only get it through severe dehydration and Hollywood is a lie, blah, 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 blah. We can still appreciate it. right? This man does crunches, what the fuck? He's even got those, like, armpit muscles that are, like, between the abs and the shoulder and everything like that. That's detail. Like, this man's got that, like, sinew muscle, and it's, like, fucking visible. Also, I need to make it clear, this gawking is directly aimed at, like, the detail of this model, rather than, like, the inherent sexiness of the... Well, I want those pants. I'm doing it. He's going in S tier.
Shoto Todoroki, short ver.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I've been very harsh on My Hero Academia over the years. I'm sure it's a fine show. I'm sure it's a watchable television program. I'm even sure it's good. But I feel like at some point in my life I saw like one My Hero Academia fan be a dick on the internet, and that just kind of like tainted my perception of the show. I didn't even think it was anything too egregious. Like, I feel like I saw someone make a shit take on the internet which made me go, I don't like you, and therefore I probably wouldn't like any of the things you associate yourself with. And then after that I just like, I never had any reason to change my opinion. Which isn't to say that I've been secretly hating the franchise in my darkest, most private moments, but I just don't like it. Maybe it was because somebody described it as anime X-Men, and I fucking hate the X-Men. So, I think Wolverine is dumb. Anyway, this figure fucks. It's got the pose, the effects, the three-dimensional Wacom text, which, as we can see, is a key unique selling point of the product. If you're gonna give me an expensive piece of plastic, at least make the expensive piece of plastic doing something cool. Which I understand is ironic, as I just kept complimenting the guy who was standing still, but he was standing still really good, though. I'm putting him in S tier 2, fuck you.
Adventurers Guild Girls, Autonomous Doll Bamir illustration by Kanko.
I've always had a tough time dealing with, like, art and media that looks like this. I look at this, I see this and think, this is a bit much, you know? Like, this is a little extreme, a little objectifying, a little titillating, for lack of a better term. But I also feel like in like 75% of Dungeons & Dragons campaigns I've ever played in, I'll have a player who's like a feminist lesbian who would send a pipe bomb to a police station if you asked them to. They'll turn around and go, this is what my character looks like. Specifically. And then I, as the Dungeon Master, just have no choice but to be like, okay. I'm putting her in B, because... boob.
B-Stars Pina.
I don't like the way he's looking at me. I don't like the way he's looking at me. This man is a fuckboy. Like, I haven't even seen the show, and I can tell you that just by looking at his fucking face. Hey. Hey. Ugh. I hate him. I apologize to the furry community. You're all great individually, but this man I want to beat to death with a leaden pipe. He's going in D tier. Fuck this guy.
SNK, the King of Fighters 2001 Angel Bishojo statue.
I am obsessed with these pants. One of my favorite things about character design is seeing how all the little intricacies of their outfits really tell their personality, right? Things like battle damage on battle armor, or like patches people sew onto their jackets. Every one of those tiny little details really tells you more about the person wearing the outfit. All I know about this woman is that she is fucking insane, and I fuck with that. Chaps are a thing. They are an article of clothing that has existed since the cowboy days, probably. That particular outfit existed for a particular reason. But skinny jean chaps, that's next fucking level. I've genuinely never seen someone so clothed yet so nude at the same time. And honestly, that's just impressive. That's gonna get an A tier ranking from me.
Star Wars Milestones Mandalorian Boba Fett statue.
Listen, I know he's not an anime character, but he's on the anime figurine store, and I think that's just very funny to me. I also think it's very funny that his model is on sale for $150 off at time of recording, because just like, you tried. Man, like I've seen so many pop culture stuffs have like, you know, Western figurines and like scale figures of Batman and Spider-Man and Star Wars just like up there for sale. But you know where I've never seen them? In someone's home. Maybe you just gotta give him jugs, I don't know. I'm gonna put him in C tier. I like him. He's like a Lego man that you stretched out and brought to life.
Transformers Skywarp Bishojo statue limited edition.
I can already tell my commentary here is gonna come off as sarcastic, but I need you to know, I mean everything that I am about to say from the bottom of my heart with full genuinosity. I genuinely love when people make like cute anime girls out of things that just aren't. Transformers, to my understanding, is primarily enjoyed by boys aged 8 to 15, or like people who grew up in the 80s that are collecting the plastic trinkets that are still in their degrading paper packaging. Like, I want to see the market research that led this anime figurine company start talking to the fucking Decepticons. Like, I wouldn't imagine that teen boys or crusty old men are really the primary demographic of anime girl figurine. Well, I'm giving her a B for Decepticons. It's fucking nothing, don't look at me.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Jinzo Guardian Monsters Chronicle.
The more I look at this man, the more questions I have. Why he'd neck big giraffe man?
Kinokoi ni kudai miho sujinaka.
So, the boob is just out on this one. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that was allowed. I'm not convinced it is.
0.25 scale figure.
Now, I know this is one of those characters that I've seen so often on the internet. I genuinely find myself asking, like, are you from a thing? Or are you just a concept that we've all just accepted? Like, are you actually from an anime? Or are you just a visual idea that we've been passing along for so long now that we don't actually know where you originated? Like Bowsette. I know this character's from an older anime, so I appreciate how some of the colors have a kind of grainy aspect to it. Oh, that might actually just be JPEG compression. Beep-a-beep-beep-beep.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 Statue Legend Oingo and Boingo.
People have been telling me for years that I would enjoy Joseph's Bizarre Adventure. And I'm telling you now, I will never watch the program because I don't want to know what context this man could exist in, because I think he is beautiful and perfect just the way he is. I want this man to remain forever an abstract idea in my brain. A concept, an ideal, a meme, in the literal sense, not just the weird internet sense that we've co-opted it as. I don't want to know the context that this man lives in. I just want to look at this figure, know that it exists, and feel deep in my heart that beauty still exists in this world. And that's something that I want to be grateful for forever. And I don't want that taken away from me with plot. S tier. Can't be anything less. It gets put in the S tier for the Oingo shirt alone. And that is my definitive ranking of every anime figure that exists currently on this planet. And listen, I just want to tell you, if you think about recommending me any of the series for the figurines that I talked about today, I just gotta let you know. It's not gonna happen. Were my opinions good? Were they bad? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. A sentence which makes my mouth physically taste like throw up. I hope this video made an anime fan's day just a little worse. Not because I'm inherently against the medium or dislike it in any capacity. I'm just a hater. Yeah.